Hey ladies, it's Carmen Alexis here, and I'm super excited to bring you some more feminine tips. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. On this channel, we like to talk a little bit about beauty, fashion, and lifestyle things, but with a feminine twist. So if that is something that interests you, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. And also, if you are back, welcome back, sis. Today, as you can see from the title, we are going to be talking about how to carry yourself as a woman. So if that's something that interests you guys, make sure that you keep watching, and let's get right on into it. Tip on how to carry yourself as a woman is just to be friendly and caring. So the thing about being friendly and caring is when you're holding yourself as a woman, people love to see smiles. People love to see somebody who is just excited, to just be nice. Like, people love to see friendly people and also people who just care about you. Being that caring person is really what a woman is. It's somebody who can care for others. It's a good mixture. So that would be my first tip. My second tip is to kill people with kindness. So when you kill people with kindness, I know that sounds a little vulgar, just a little bit, but when you kill people with kindness, like literally, their whole entire attitude turns around. So like if you're talking to somebody and you're just like, and they're like just so mean to you, and then if you come back, you can throw a slight little shade in there. Always kill people with kindness. That is the beauty of a woman, is when you're able to hold yourself and to keep the composure. Okay, we'll talk about that a little bit more. But when you're able to keep your composure to certain things that people say, and you just kill them with, well, that's okay, we'll get it and we'll make sure that it's processed. It's literally like, when I think about that, I think about like customer service and like when you're helping somebody. So like if let's say I worked in like a call center, and when I worked there, this person calls me, oh my gosh, what's going on? All this attitude. If you kill them with kindness, their whole entire attitude changes. Actually. So that's just a really great tip. So make sure, like I said, to be friendly as well as caring, and to make sure that you kill people with kindness, because nobody's expecting that. My next tip is to make sure that you don't talk bad about others. Now, we are ladies, and I know that sometimes people do things that drives you berserk. Okay, it drives you crazy, but you have to be the one to tell yourself, I'm not gonna let this get to me. I'm gonna make sure that I do not sit here and say something bad about somebody else, because that's just not my character. If you do that and you just never talk bad about anybody, I know that's a little difficult for some of y'all, but if you do that, then that just makes you more feminine. It makes you a woman. It makes you make sure that you hold yourself up high and you do not stoop to other people's levels. So just don't talk about people. My next tip is to make sure that you're always on time. And if you're late, make sure you let somebody know that you're going to be a few minutes late. Never be more than 20 minutes late to go anywhere. That's just the ladylike thing to do, because people will talk about you if you're a little bit later than 20 minutes. But always strive to be on time, because time is of the essence. So when you're on time, more people are going to be like, okay, well, I want to actually do things with her. And you don't have this reputation of getting there late all the time. And it also makes people just not even want to hang out with you. If it's something that you struggle with, make sure that you practice, timeliness, because it's a really hard thing to, do, is to be on time. It can't be that difficult, but you have to make sure that you set enough time for yourself and give yourself enough time to get ready for that specific event or that specific thing that you're supposed to be going to, so that you can make sure that you're on time. Being on time is beautiful. And also, you're not like freaking out and rushing and messing up your hair or making sure that you're not looking neat, because that's what we like to do as women. But always make sure that you're on time because it totally helps, I promise. So my next tip to make sure that you carry yourself as a woman is to always maintain your composure. When you maintain your composure, people will not be like, oh, she freaked out, oh, I got her mad. Always make sure that you maintain your composure, because when you do that, people are more likely to respect you and your decisions, as well as just everything about you. So making sure that you're maintaining your composure is super important, because as soon as you flip the script, everybody is gonna know. Like, I'm like, oh no, like I wanna make sure that people see me as somebody who can contain themselves and somebody who's not out there like cussing you out because you said something that I didn't like. So make sure that you're working on maintaining your composure. So that's staying calm when somebody does something that'll probably piss you off, because it's life, it happens. But making sure that you're just kind of like, okay, well, let me chill. I'm just gonna relax a little bit. Not gonna get up in their face, not gonna say anything mean, just making sure that you're maintaining your composure at all times. This is my favorite tip: making sure that you're confident and you speak confidently. So making sure that you're confident is huge. And if you guys want to see a video of me talking about how to gain more self-confidence, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Okay, sis? Okay. But making sure that you're speaking confidently is so important, because the thing that people lack, sometimes can be their downfall. And as women, we want to make sure that we are as confident as ever, because that is first of all, being confident is good for your mental health. It's good just for you. And it's also like super attractive to a dude. Like, honestly, I'm not a guy, but I've talked to some of them. And when you're able to speak confidently to somebody and make sure that you show your confidence just from your walk, the way you talk, the way you maintain your composure, the way that you're nice, the way that you're caring, the way that you're friendly, all of that stuff kind of adds up to making sure that you are as confident as you can be. And make sure that you're speaking clearly and articulate is super important as well. I would totally do that, okay? Period. But that's literally one of my favorite tips, honestly. Okay, actually, this is another one of my favorites. Gives authentic compliments, okay? Okay, women have a problem. I can say this definitely. Women have a problem with actually giving genuine compliments to people, authentic compliments. Sometimes we have this jealousy or envious, characteristic within us, that can kind of, sometimes it can come off as like, oh, have to please, like if you say that somebody's pretty, like genuinely mean that you feel like they're pretty. Don't tell, well, I like to give compliments anyways. I'm a compliment kind of girl. So like if I like something that you're wearing, I'm gonna be like, girl, let me tell you about your hair, or something like super fun, super nice, super genuine, super friendly. It's definitely different probably than the compliments that you're giving other people, because making it authentic is making it unique and making it your own. And so when you're able to give people that authentic compliment, people are more so often to be like, feeling good about that, and they see you as a strong, confident woman, and you carry yourself very well. So, I mean, honestly, I love that tip. Okay, sis, let me tell you about this. Never arrive to a gathering empty-handed. It's in the books. We should just know never to come to a party without anything, okay? Literally, I'm about to move. I move like next week, and I'll do an apartment haul type of thing, apartment tour, all that stuff. But y'all, let me tell you, I have a doormat that says, hope you brought wine. I will link it down below. It's from Target. It is literally the best thing that I think I've freaking bought. And the only reason I say this is because of this tip. Making sure that you never come to my house, come to anybody's house empty-handed, because it's just so unladylike. I don't know why. It's literally just a rule. never come. Even if it's like, hey, I'm gonna go to my friend's house. Okay, let me go grab a let me go grab a bottle of wine. Let me go, you know, when somebody comes and they have kids, oh, let me go buy their kids something. Or like, you know, sometimes if you want to do the kids and the mom and the dad, you can do that too. So just never coming to anybody's house empty-handed, because it just kind of makes you look like you're just there. Making sure that you have a presence is always important. So making sure that you bring something for the person that you're going to go see makes you stand out. Okay. So personally, if you've watched my channel, you know that I've struggled with this, and it is my vulgar language. Okay, so I've actually gone through a whole entire journey of working on the way that I talk. I can have a little bit of a potty mouth sometimes, so I've had to try and work on you know, not having such a vulgar language. And vulgar languages, using that is just not ladylike. It's just not feminine. It's just not, it just doesn't show that you're confident. It doesn't show any of these tips about you. So you need to make sure that you're not using this language, because it can deter from the way that people see you. So, you know, be strong in what you say. You know, you don't have to cuss all the time, honestly. And I remember I used to talk to somebody and they used to say, why are you always cussing? Like, I had to take a second. Okay. I had to take a second and say, you know, like, you know, I really do cuss a lot and I need to back away. You know, sometimes I have my moments where I have a little potty mouth, or I have some nasty, dirty minds, and I like to kind of tell them a little bit. But I've had to dial back a little bit, because I mean, I feel like it's just not as ladylike, and it's just not gonna allow you to be respected as a woman, especially if you're cussing somebody out, or you're like, you know, I'm gonna fight that hoe. Like, you know, I'm sorry I said that. That was maybe too much, but you know, just certain things you have to refrain from it. Just don't do it, okay? It's hard. I know. Some things are gonna piss you off. Sally Mae at the beauty supply store may piss you off, okay? But as long as you refrain from using vulgar language, you should be okay. So let's get into this last tip. So my last tip is to actually have good manners. And I say this probably to like all my friends, probably to all the people that I even really talk to. Having good manners is so important. And let me tell you, especially in the South, I think that's really funny, but especially in the South, because when you live in the South, people are like, oh, like you're not, like literally, if you're black, you know what I'm talking about. When you're in a group of people and you have to say, all right guys, I'm gonna go, I gotta go do this, whatever. You have to excuse yourself, because it's just the right etiquette. It's just what you're supposed to do. You can't just get up and leave. And it's not, I don't even think it's just the black culture. I think it's also other cultures too. And you have to make sure that you let people know where you're going, because people will fully have an attitude like, oh, she's just gonna get up and leave. Like, you have to make sure you have good manners, and also make sure you have good table manners. Like, table manners are so important, like especially if you're going on a date, or if you're with friends, or even when you're with your family, even at your own house. Make sure that you work on your table manners. Don't have your elbows on the table. Like, you know, don't be on your phone. I like to leave my phone away from myself at the table, so that I can actually be able to focus on the conversation that I'm having with the people around me. Also, the manner part, like making sure, like, you know, you have your yes ma'am, no ma'am, because it's just respectable. So those are all of my tips on how to make sure that you carry yourself as a woman. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up, and make sure that you hit that subscribe button. That's like super important also. Also make sure that you share this with your friends, your family, some people that may need advice on carrying themselves as a woman. Because you know, sis, I needed some. Oh my God, it's snowing, guys. It is snowing today. I'm pressed. But anyways, thanks guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in my next video.